Welcome, and thank you for being here. Today I'm going to share the story of the Sarasota lottery winner. I love this story. I refer back to it often. I first heard it about 4 to 6 years ago. I think it is inspiring, and this story has a lot to teach. So recently I went online and I found this story as an article or a blog entry from an anonymous writer. And I'm very grateful to have found it because it's not only the story that I've heard countless times, but the writer offers a breakdown of his or her personal understanding about what took place. And so I'm going to read that for us today. This is a story about how a young man manifested his lottery win, but you can use this to manifest whatever it is that you're desiring to experience. And I encourage that you listen to it often and that you study it and of course apply it in your own life. My name is Gian, and I live in Sarasota, Florida. And this is my story on how I came to know, learn, and understand, still learning though, the Abraham teachings. It all started when I had a desire to win the lottery. I won the lottery when I was 19 years old and living in New Jersey. I am now 22 years old and living in Sarasota, Florida. I first learned about the law of attraction when I was 18 and a half years old through The Secret. I saw it on the news and immediately went online and ordered the book and DVD. I got familiarized with it and started to apply it in my life. It definitely changed my perspective on life. When I was 19 years old, things in my home life were going extremely bad. I come from a very critical and judgmental family. I remember one day saying to myself, I'm going to find a way to leave and never look back. I came across the Abraham teachings and I was astonished at how Abraham taught the law of attraction in detail. I came to have a broader understanding of the law of attraction through the Abraham teachings. The things I felt were left out, Abraham explained in detail. That's when my life started to really change. I still was yearning to leave my home, but didn't have the financial means to do it. I started buying Mega Million tickets, but to no avail. I bought Mega Millions tickets for about 5 months and tried to align myself with it, but nothing happened. I remember thinking to myself that it would be easier if I played the New Jersey Pick 6 Lotto, since not so many people were gunning for the same jackpot, since it's only a 1-state lottery and not a 12-state lottery like Mega Millions. So I started buying Pick 6 tickets every week, but to no avail. When I started buying Pick 6 Lotto tickets, I had a dream where I was handed a ticket that had the word winner printed on it. I woke up and had this indescribable determination to win. I said to myself, I'm going to win the jackpot. I then started to get serious about winning and about learning all I can of the law of attraction through the Abraham teachings. I started to come to a much bigger understanding of the law of attraction, about energy, and about vibrations because of Abe. I made a list of everything I thought of myself, of money, and of the lottery. I came to realize that I didn't have much self-worth or self-love. My first priority was to love and accept myself and to feel deserving of everything this physical experience had to offer. I then made a vision board and put financial abundance and wealth affirmations on there. I repeated them every day and every chance I got. Since I didn't do much and I was home a lot, it was easy for me to get in tuned and implant the affirmations pretty quickly. I then made a vision board from printed pictures of off the internet, taped them on a flat piece of cardboard box, and hammered it to my wall where I can see it and feel appreciation for those things in the now, as if they were already mine. I began to meditate every day and go on a rampage of appreciation, as Abraham would say. I would meditate lotus style and raise my vibration. Then, when I felt my vibration soar, I'd start thanking the universe for everything I had. This was a daily practice up until I won the jackpot. It got to the point where I felt gratitude in my walking life for every hair on my body. It was amazing how I actually felt gratitude for every little thing in my life. At this point, my self-confidence, my appreciation, and my self-love have soared to unbelievable heights. I remember feeling like I was on top of the world. I felt so good, even for the negative people that were in my life at that time. It just didn't seem to affect me anymore. I started making more money through the job I had at the time, and everything seemed to be going well. At this point, I still had the burning desire to win millions of dollars, and never stopped playing the lottery twice a week, even though I felt content where I was. I kept saying, feeling, and believing the affirmations. I kept visualizing and feeling appreciation for the things I had with my vision board, and I continued to meditate and go on rampages of appreciation, all up to the day I won the jackpot. I never stopped doing these things throughout this process. I held in my head and in my vibration so profoundly that vision, that feeling, that satisfaction, that desire, and that belief that the jackpot was mine. One thing that Abraham said that finally hit me when I won was that you should live more in your dream than in your reality. That's exactly what I was doing. I felt so good because I was constantly living in my dream than in my current reality. I was visualizing and feeling like I was living my dream life more than I was actually living my then current reality, still appreciating all I had, and still yearning and burning for that jackpot win. The month that I won the jackpot, I had put myself and my vibration in a place of full expectation and belief that I was going to win. By that time, it was just a fact to me. I remember, on a Monday, to buy 20 lines of Pick 6 lottery tickets, which cost me $20. As always, I put it in my back pocket, lit up a cigarette, and walked home. One thing that I want to point out is that I never even looked at the numbers. After a while, the numbers weren't important. I began to look at the ticket as if it was just a ticket. Odds, numbers, and probability were not in my awareness. I bought the tickets and rarely looked at the numbers. Anyway, that day, I got home and put the tickets inside my shoebox. The next day, I woke up and decided to go online and check the previous night's drawing, and to my amazement, one of my 20 lines won the jackpot for $2 million. I remember feeling a feeling I cannot describe. I was thrilled. I remember just getting up and walking around and did not know what to do with myself. I had no relationship with my mother, whom I lived with, or with any of my other family members. A week later, I took a cab to the lottery headquarters and validated my ticket. The lottery officials were sort of surprised to see this rugged 19-year-old validating a $2 million ticket alone. But I signed all the paperwork and I was done. I won $2 million, which left me with $1 million after taking the lump sum, which left me with $850,000 after federal taxes. I went back home and waited a month to move out, not before I somewhat reconciled some things with my mother. I own a beautiful condo here in Sarasota and own a successful business with a few partners here as well. Thanks to some wise investments, I currently have much more than what I want. I'm currently going to college part-time and will get my bachelor's in psychology next June. Additional words from the winner. I managed to detach myself from my then current reality by doing a few things. I started to meditate, still do, every single day, sometimes twice a day, to release resistance and to raise my vibration. After a while of meditation, I was able to easily release resistance and raise my vibration without meditating, even though I still meditated. Meditation helped me have more control over my mind, my thoughts, and my emotions, which made it easy for me to influence my thoughts and emotions, which made it easy for me to get aligned with the vibration of my desire. I also made a vision board which I hammered to my wall. I put on my vision board everything I wanted to be, experience, and have. I got very specific. I put up there the 2 cars that I own today, a Mercedes-Benz and a Range Rover. I got extremely specific. I searched the internet for pictures and then opened them up with my Windows Paint program and added words to the pictures before I printed them. For example, with my cars, I added the year, model, color, and interior color of the car on the picture with the paint program before I printed it. I posted on my vision board a printed picture of a condo in Miami. I ended up moving to and buying a condo in Sarasota though. The 2 cars that I own now, 3 different resorts that I wanted to vacation in. I've been to 2 so far. I posted on the side of the vision board the words, "I am so grateful for the millions that I have. I am a millionaire in every sense of the word." I posted on the vision board self-love, self-worth, wealth, and financial abundance affirmations that I repeated every day, all day. I then started to really live in my dream. I started visualizing and feeling that what I wanted, the money, the life, the freedom was mine. So I acted as if with total belief that that life was mine. I closed the gap. I was feeling like I had the millions that I wanted. I was feeling like I had the freedom that I desired. Feeling good and still wanting and desiring much more. At the same time, having total belief that the jackpot was mine, hands down. That was what I did, and I won the jackpot a month and a half later. What I believe helped me win was first off, the fact that I was feeling happy and grateful where I was and for everything I had, and wanting much more and having complete and utter faith that I was going to win the lottery, and I did. What your mind can conceive and what you believe is possible for you will be your life story. If you truly believe anything is possible, it will be possible for you. Belief is extremely important. Vision boards are one of the best ways to get into the feeling place of having the things that you want, and a great way to feel gratitude for the things you want as if they are already yours. Remember that the way you see wealth will affect the way you receive financial wealth. If you believe financial wealth is hard to get, it will be hard for you to get. It is as easy to manifest $10,000 as it is to manifest $1 million. Sort out your beliefs about money and wealth, and things will surely move more quickly towards you. I did it. I believed and expected to win the lottery, and I did. What you expect will happen. It will always happen. It is law. Gratitude is extremely important. When you feel gratitude for everything you have and feel gratitude for the things you want as if they are already yours, you open up a grand vortex of abundance. I'm glad that my story inspired you. May peace and abundance always be with you.